Welcome back. Honda released for 2025 this classic roadster, the GB350S. We're gonna take a look, we're gonna make a short overview of the bike with the main specs, and we're gonna check the bike in detail to see what it has to offer. Honda reintroduces the GB name in Europe. This is an air-cooled 4-stroke 2-valve single-cylinder engine. If this bike would have existed when I started motorcycle riding, most likely this would have been my first bike, most likely, because it's very easy to handle. It has only 178 kilos, it's pretty light, it has a 15-liter tank, and the fuel consumption declared by Honda, it's 2.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which means that you could, in theory, make about 600 kilometers with a fuel tank, which is pretty impressive. But let's get closer to the bike, let's inspect the bike and see from my perspective what this bike has to offer. So this is the bike, this is how it looks. It's nice to have a modern bike with a classic look. This bike can be driven also with the A2 license. It's possible. It has about 21 horsepower, and this makes it pretty easy to ride for a beginner rider, but also for perhaps some ladies. Check out the seat. It's pretty soft and straight. It gives you a lot of movement possibilities up front and backwards. The quality of the seat, it's very good. The stitching are looking perfect. I'm gonna sit on the bike to see from the ergonomics perspective. Let me sit on the bike and see how it feels. Come on. All right. I can put, not only that I can put my feet on the ground completely, but I have also an angle here on the knee of about 10 degrees, 15 degrees, something like that. I can keep my both feet on the ground firmly. I have 1.81 meters height. This is my height, and here it is. All right, I can keep my legs pretty close to the tank, and the riding position is quite good for this type of bike. All right. Let's check out the suspension for a bit. The suspension seems pretty hard. I mean, it's not so soft as I would expect it. You can see my position. I can also bend my elbows, pretty satisfying, in order to have a better control on the handlebar. Just to keep you informed that the handlebar, it's wider. It's a wider handlebar. And you have a very good access to the commands. Nice. mentioned before, this is an air-cooled 340cc engine, which is producing 15.5 kilowatts with 29 newtons meter of torque, and it's focused. The engine is focused in the low to mid range. I mean, starting from 3,000 RPMs up to 5,500 RPMs, where you get about 21 horsepower. It has a steel semi-double cradle frame, 41 millimeter telescopic forks, and twin rear shocks. Let's check them out. These are the shocks, twin rear shocks, which they are adjustable only for preload. Up front we have 310 front discs and 240 millimeters for the rear discs. Very interesting is that we have a 19-inch front wheel and a 17-inch rear wheel, which assures a pretty good handling. What is pretty amazing about this bike is its fuel consumption, man. 2.5 liters, that's pretty impressive, and this is due to the latest low friction technologies like a 10mm offset cylinder, asymmetric conrod and seal crankcases, which are built to deliver optimum fuel efficiency. And when you think that you can do 600 kilometers with a fuel tank, this is pretty impressive. I mean, this beats even my Honda NC750X. I could do 400 kilometers about with the tank from my previous Honda NC750X, but with this bike you can reach 500 kilometers easily, and if you're even more efficient you can reach 600 kilometers with a tank. Let's mention the top speed. Honda says it's about 114 kilometers per hour, which is not much, but when you think that you want to enjoy the landscape with this type of bike, you're not gonna push it too much on the highways. This is a bike which you can ride in the city, maybe outside the city, but on the highway, I don't know what to say. It has the speed of a scooter. The maximum speed it's from a scooter actually, but this is good. This is good because the engine is not forced. It offers an amazing fuel efficiency. The engine is extremely efficient. This is an air-cooled engine, and for optimum cooling efficiency, the depth, thickness and spacing of the cooling fins has been carefully optimized. To cool the area behind the combustion chamber, an oil passage in the cylinder head covers the upper portion of the head, reducing temperature by 10%. We're speaking about a 5-speed gearbox which uses wide gear ratios between first and fourth gear to make the best use of the torque delivery around town, with fifth set for wide-ranging acceleration from 300 kilometers low RPM up to cruising speed. An aluminum cam assist slipper clutch reduces level load by 30%, easing around town riding, and upshifts while controlling the rear wheel under braking and downshifting. This bike also has Honda selectable torque control. This bike comes standard with the Metzler tire. We're speaking about Metzler Torrens Next tires. These tires are coming as standard, and when we're speaking about accessories, this bike offers a travel pack. This travel pack includes a 14-liter left and 10 liters right saddlebags. They are made of sturdy ballistic nylon, knuckle guards, which are minimizing wind and rain impact, long visor with 355 millimeters of height. You have also optional heated grips with a 5-level of adjustment, a practical USB charger, and a meter visor. Everything from this pack can be purchased individually. You don't have to buy the pack to have this. You can also buy them separately. The ground clearance, it's 168 millimeters, which is pretty enough if you would like to ride around town outside. I think Honda addresses two type of rider, young riders and beginner riders with this bike. This is what I think. Let's take a look at the quality of the fabrics. This fender, it's pretty thick when I compare it with other fenders from Honda, and it has this additional bracket here on the upper side, fender holder, so to speak. The bike has full LED lights. Let's check out the front light. Nice. Let's see the high beam. This is the low beam. Let's check out the high beam. Okay. It's a pretty big headlight. This looks like chrome, but it's actually plastic. Another plastic cover on the headlight. Protection for the front suspension, rubber protection for the front suspension. Let's check out the rear lights and signals. Very visible, LED as mentioned before. Let's speak about the seat. As I said, the seat looks very good on this bike, especially on this bike. It's quite soft. It has this holder. It helps when you move the bike from the standing position. It helps you grabbing the bike. Very nice stitchings indeed, and the seat is very comfortable, honestly. I was sitting on it and I felt it very comfortable. The suspension, it's quite hard, not so soft as expected, but you have a preload adjustment for the rear. Unfortunately, is not preload adjustable also for the front. On the left side we can open a very small storage space with this key. And on the right side we have the battery compartment. A classic dashboard which gives you also a digital display of the gear, where you are, and kilometers and speed and data, but basically that's it, nothing more. This type of displays are way more reliable than a digital one. A very nice exhaust heat protection, very nice accessory, a chrome accessory, very nice. Passenger foot pegs, foldable foot pegs for the rider. So this was the bike, the Honda GB350S. If you have further questions about this bike, I'll do my best to answer you. You can leave the questions or your comments in the comment section down below. I'm looking forward to test ride this bike pretty soon. Now we have a big snow outside, so it's not the right time to test this bike, but in a couple of weeks I will be able to give you a proper feedback after riding this bike. Until then, bye bye.